Hey there, We Can't Wrestle Podcast listeners. If you haven't noticed, we have switched our server to Anchor. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple, and many, many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So go ahead, download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Highly recommended by me and everybody else here at the We Can't Wrestle Podcast.
The We Can't Wrestle Podcast. The King listens to it. WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler. And you better listen to it too. My friend Nate and the We Can't Wrestle Podcast.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to the latest edition of the We Can't Wrestle Podcast. I am Nate Maxson, your host. And this week on the show, we're putting the dream cards aside, we're putting the Hall of Fame aside, all of that aside for the greatest rivalry in wrestling podcasting. No, it's not Jim Cornette and Kenny Omega. It's not Brian Last and Conrad Thompson. It is the Book or the Box. We Can't Wrestle Trivia. And of course, we will introduce first our defending champion, my brother Aron.
Boo Orange. Boo Orange.
You're all going down.
And escorted to the ring by his manager, Winter,
Yes.
is Archie Mitchell.
Yes.
Aaron's the defending
Thank
champion. Archie is just trying to get a win here. He hasn't won yet.
What have we done this 3 times now?
Yes.
Yeah, and I've yet to win. I start out strong and then.
And of course,
Now you know how I feel when I go into your raffles.
You just won. You won.
Did I win?
You won $6. You won $6 in the main.
I won $6.
six spots.
In the main raffle.
$6.
That's a $60 value.
He won $6.
Come on over here. Come on over here. We'll play. Come on right there.
And as you heard there, our hostess with the mostest, my beautiful wife and co-host of the Motley Soup podcast, Kendall Maxson, is here to do the questions for us.
Of course.
And of course, she is in possession of the WWE trivia game, that is the box, and she is in possession of the ever so fun book that sometimes blatant is racist, sometimes is
misogynistic.
Because I'm gonna know what the bird symbol for Antonio Rocca was. I follow his career that much that I'm gonna know when he was born and what his bird symbol is. He was Sagittarius, man.
This book was written by a World War II veteran that came back that had no fucks given.
He had no fucks given, and he really liked wrestling. So
right,
yeah.
One of the chapters of the book is like Negroes, broads, and midgets, isn't it?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll let Aron start. We played a 15. He has to make his choice, book or the box. Here we go.
Let's go with the box.
The box. You're taking it safe this time, huh?
Yes.
All right. So who did Bret Hitman Hart defeat in the finals of the inaugural King of the Ring pay-per-view event in 1993 to become King of the Ring?
Good question.
Is there multiples or just?
Nope, there's no multiples.
I believe I know the answer. I just want to make sure there are any multiples. It's Bam Bam Bigelow.
You got it.
Boom.
Good answer.
Start off on the board.
When you ask for multiples, I'm like, Aron doesn't know this.
I don't want to step on that, and I don't know how much we want to get into like the answers to the questions or whatever. I'm sure that's what you want to spawn from this show.
Bret and Bam Bam.
Well, I was just going to say the entire thing as a whole. I know Bret is Bret's biggest fan or whatever, but when he talks about that King of the Ring, and talks about it was his way of showing what he was or what he could be, he's right.
Mm-hmm.
Like Brett fucking went out there and had 3 or 4 fucking different matches the entire and showed that
and all of them good.
You can bank on me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
And him and Bam Bam always, they actually had a better match. If you ever get to find it, if anybody can ever find it, they have a better match than this match, if you can believe it. And it was actually, I think, in Berlin.
No, it's that Barcelona, Spain.
Barcelona, yeah, that's what it is. Barcelona, yeah.
Because there's a point in that match, and everything I ever talk about like seems to come back to Bobby Heenan. There's a point in there where it's Jim Ross, Macho Man, and Bobby, and they're calling that match, and the camera pans, and it's on the crowd for like the longest time. Like 30, 35 seconds of just the crowd. And in wrestling, that's forever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Bobby goes, yeah, this is a great match going on, but I'm enjoying more watching Jorge and Claudia eating rice over here. Or whatever.
All right, Archie, you're next.
I will take the Bucks as well.
The Box, alrighty. What was the name of the tag team formed by the Big Boss Man and Akeem?
What are the Twin Towers?
You got it.
Or who are the Twin Towers?
Good tag team.
Yeah, they were. It's a shame they weren't getting along enough.
I'm going to go with the book. I'll
The
start
book.
with the book. Play the odds to start the, yeah.
You're going to do the book, alrighty. All right, the video Time After Time featured A, Hulk Hogan, B, Michael Hayes, C, Lou Albano?
Lou Albano.
All right, or D, Roddy Piper.
And I think it is Lou Albano.
Okay, let me look. Yep, it is Lou Albano.
How much
He was
of
in a
different
bunch of their
video would it
videos.
be if it was Michael Hayes?
What?
How much of a different video would it be if it was Michael Hayes?
Yeah, but Albano had his connections with Cyndi Lauper, so that was kind of a layup for me. But
If you call, I will wait. Do.
Bad Street, Atlanta. You know, Michael, we're not filming that tonight. This is my song.
Put your shirt on, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Do. Time after time. That was funny.
Well, Aaron, you're up.
Book.
The book, all right. Who was described as the ultimate mountain of desire? Was it A, Hulk Hogan, B, Terry Funk, C, John Studd, or D, Mountain Man Dean?
The ultimate mountain of desire.
Yep, the ultimate mountain of desire.
This is actually what I gotta think of. I'm gonna go with John Studd. Big John Studd.
Actually, it was Hulk Hogan.
Now, see, I thought it was Hogan because it sounded like something straight out of the movie Rocky 3. You know what I mean? When he's playing
Yeah, he
Thunderlips.
called himself that when he was Thunderlips. Fuck, I didn't think of that. God damn it.
Damn.
Well, all right.
Time for me to take over. 2 questions in and I'm already taking over. I will take the box.
Alrighty. What former Intercontinental Champion would finish off opponents with his shake, rattle, and roll?
The greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, the Honky Tonk Man.
You got it.
Archie is up to 2. Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk Man. People that crap on the Honky Tonk Man.
And go fuck themselves.
No, exactly.
Yeah, he was very entertaining. He served every purpose that he was supposed to serve. And when I met him, he was very cool and very approachable and kind of talked my face off. Like, I wanted to get away from him.
Yeah, he was a cool dude.
He's cool, he's cocky, and he's bad.
Talking about Honky Tonk Man, it's funny because I met Honky Tonk Man the same day that Nate met him, obviously. I had him sign my card or whatever. And I had already done it. But I was like, I want Tommy Rich to sign my card. And then I met Tommy Rich. And Tommy Rich was like, you give Honky Tonk Man no money yet? I was like, he's charging 25. You come back to me, I'll give you another autograph for 10. Oh, man. That's what he said. Nate was right there when he said it, right? Yes. He said, if you don't give Honky Tonk Man money, I'll reduce my price and give you another.
Oh, my God.
Very funny. All right. I'm going to go with, I'll go with the box this time.
All right, the box. All right, Hulk Hogan was the first superstar to win consecutive Rumbles, and Stone Cold Steve Austin was the third. Who was the second superstar to win 2 Rumbles in a row?
The second superstar to win 2 Rumbles in a row was, I believe, Shawn Michaels.
I was going to be disappointed if you got that wrong.
All right, Shawn Michaels.
Yes, I was sitting there chomping his going. Yeah.
Won in 95 and 96.
Yep. Now, isn't it weird, and this is nothing against Brett, Shawn won 2 back-to-back. Brett has 1 tie in the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even let him win a Royal Rumble.
No, well, but what I will say is if you
can't win the Rumble came around.
That's what I say. A lot of times he was the defending champion on the paper.
Right.
I think he got the tie thing or whatever with Austin in 97. But yeah, from the time he became
the tie with Luger.
He tied with Luger.
Oh yeah, Luger. And then there was the screw job thing with Austin on the Rumble in 97.
But during his run, usually when Rumble would roll around, he was the champ. So I'd rather be the champ than that main event paid than Rumble.
All right, Aaron.
Box. I'm trying to be strategic.
Oh, okay. The box. Okay, what future WWE Hall of Famer won the inaugural King of the Ring tournament in 1988?
Tito Santana.
Don Morocco?
Don Morocco.
Morocco, sure.
I did not know he was a king.
Yeah, he won.
Yeah, they used to do King of the Ring in like a house show thing.
Yeah, but I didn't know he ever won it.
I thought it was Tito. Fuck. God damn it.
King Burrito.
Your strategy didn't work that time, did it?
Mr. Mitchell?
I'll take the box again.
Alrighty. Who teamed with Shawn Michaels to form the Rockers tag team?
It's a layup.
I'm kind of caught between either Leif Cassidy or Marty Jannetty. No, Marty Jannetty.
Is that who you're going with?
Yeah, Marty Jannetty.
Alrighty, you got it. That's right.
That one was easy.
Yeah, you got a really easy one on that one. But
yeah.
Let me see. Book. Give me the book.
All right, the book
Throw
is.
Throw the book at me.
Well, I'm not going to walk upstairs and throw it at you. But...
No, okay, sorry.
All right, Moose Myers has transformed himself into A. George Steele, B. Adrian Adonis, C. Randy Savage, or D. Bubba Rogers.
Moose Myers. I think it's probably going to be George Steele because I think his last name really was Myers. George the Animal Steele.
You got it, George Steele.
All right. I think his name was, I forget.
Good one.
I don't know if his actual first name was actually George. Was it George Myers or I can't remember. But
how many points do I have?
You have a point.
How many points do you guys have?
We both have 3 points.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Yes.
Book me.
Alrighty. The nickname Riot Call belongs to A. Jim Wright, B. Freddie Blassie, C. Joe Baker, or D. Antonio Rocca.
The nickname what?
Riot Call.
Riot Call?
Mm-hmm.
And give me the names again.
Jim Wright, Freddie Blassie, Joe Baker, or Antonio Is it Roca or Rocca?
Rocca.
Okay.
Rocca.
Fred Blassie.
Let's see. Actually, it's Jim Wright.
Wow.
I feel like Nate stacked this shit. Like, you guys are eating goddamn chicken wings, and we're like, fuck Aron tonight.
And none of that would happen. I didn't even have chicken wings today. All right, Archie.
All right. So I'm sticking with the box.
Okay, the box it is.
I feel like Undertaker at WrestleMania, and I'm facing Brock.
All right, what superstar made his WWE debut by interfering in the first Hell in a Cell match, costing The Undertaker the match?
That's gotta be Kane.
That's gotta be Kane.
Yes.
I was thinking about this the other day. I think they were talking about this rivalry, the Kane Undertaker rivalry, on another podcast, and I thought to myself, and I want to ask you guys: is or is not that the greatest thing Vince Russo ever wrote?
100%.
It's not. It's not the greatest thing Vince Russo ever wrote. Sorry, Archie, I didn't mean to step on you.
No, you're fine.
It's actually the best thing that Bruce Pritchard ever wrote. Kane Undertaker was Bruce Pritchard's idea. And then Vince Russo then became Vince McMahon's shiny object and was like, oh, we're going to have Vince Russo take over. And then that's when Vince Russo was like, oh, Undertaker burned down the house and Paul Bearer's Kane's dad and like added all the shit to it. It was Bruce Pritchard that was like, the Undertaker should have a brother and all this shit. As long as everything I've ever heard is true, it was Vince Russo that added all that other shit to it, where it got like, I want to say convoluted. It's fucking wrestling, you know what I mean? Wrestling convoluted, but like Russo's the one that wrote like, okay, now it was actually Undertaker that burned down the house and wanted to kill Kane and all that. Like the initial and Vince Russo did it. I'm not saying that all that wasn't entertaining, but the initial Kane, like Paul
from Helen. Well, and for what I'm saying is from Hell in a Cell to WrestleMania. Hell in a Cell 97 to WrestleMania 14. So that's Pritchard then, not Vince Russo.
As long as everything you hear like from interviews and shit like that, that was all Vince Pritchard.
Well, then I give Brother Love credit for that one. All right.
He loves you.
He's the Artful Dodger. I'll go with the box this time.
Alrighty. Who defeated the Ultimate Warrior for the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania 5?
Ravishing Rick Rude.
You got it.
All right. So I have 4. Archie has 4. Aron has 1. Aron, I think you should go for the box this time.
I'm going for the fucking box for the next 3 fucking rounds.
Alrighty then. What future WWE Hall of Famer was in the corner of Hulk Hogan and Mr. T for their main event match at the first WrestleMania?
Jimmy Snuka.
Yes, it was. I was looking at Superfly. I'm like, I don't know who this Jimmy Snuka is, but you're right. Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, you got it.
I wouldn't want Bob if you didn't know that.
He's an illiterate murderer. Kendall, just so you don't know, he killed a woman and he can't read. He's dead now, so the world's a better place.
So the world's a better place.
Well, that's enough about Jimmy Snuka. Archie?
Moving right along.
Yeah. I think on like 3 podcasts lately we've totally shit on Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah,
so we'll lay up. I know, but we'll lay up on the heavy hand.
Why do I feel bad about shitting on Jimmy Snuka? He can't read and he killed a woman. Fuck him.
Do you think his ability not to read was why he killed her? Or maybe she was teasing him with some like hard 7-8 letter words.
Like, you want to play Scrabble, Jimmy?
Spell hors d'oeuvre.
You want to die? Okay. This got really weird really quickly. I'm going to take the box again.
Alrighty. Against what longtime rival did Chris Jericho defend the World Heavyweight Championship? Oh my God. World Heavyweight Championship in a ladder match at No Mercy in 2009.
Ooh. Okay, here. Let's see here.
Would you let me reread that? Because I totally stumbled.
No. I got it. You read it perfectly.
Okay.
Chris Jericho defended the World Heavyweight title against his longtime rival. Let's see here.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah. Was this Shawn Michaels?
It was. Remember.
Oh.
Pulled
that one out of my. You know what?
I thought that was the answer. I didn't realize you were still debating. My bad.
No.
There you go.
That's what I was saying. Was it Shawn Michaels? It was my guess.
It's not how you get there. It's the destination.
I can't say where I pulled that out of because you're here and my granddaughter's here, so I'll be nice.
Yeah, well, and I was swirling that around in my brain too because I was thinking about their feud in 2008.
Right.
So, and I'm like, did they come back together in 2009? I can't remember because, yeah. So, good job, Archie. Good job.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Let me go with the book.
Alrighty.
The book hasn't thrown anything racist at us yet, so
not yet.
Okay, who billed himself as the Hollywood fashion plate? Was that Gorgeous George?
Oh, God damn it.
Freddie Blassie, Buddy Rogers, or Billy Graham?
Freddie Blassie.
Actually, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was Freddie Blassie. You're right.
Ooh, the Kendall was slow rolling.
I looked at the wrong one. I looked at the wrong one first time. My bad. You're right.
I don't know why, but I always think of Joe McHugh going, "That Hollywood fashion plate." I'm Joe McHugh. Anyway.
And they don't know why that fucking made me mad that I didn't get that question. Freddie Blassie's one of my favorite people ever.
All right, Aaron.
I still only have 1 point, don't I?
No, you have two.
You have two.
Two, and you guys have like 80?
We have 5 apiece.
We have 80.
Combined, we have 80, though. Combined, we have 80.
Well,
Steiner math.
I like a challenge. Give me the book.
All right. How old was Max Palmer when he died?
I vote for another question for Aaron.
Is there a multiple choice?
Yes, there is. Was it 82, 32, 50? Oh my God, you're dying up there. 56 or 76?
How old was Max Palmer?
The next question should be, who was Max Palmer?
Max Palmer.
Give me the ages.
Alrighty. 82, 32, 56, or 76?
56.
You got it.
Wow.
Good job.
Nicely done, Aaron. Nicely done.
So for the next show, let's research who the fuck Max Palmer is, because I have no idea who that is. In all the years I've watched wrestling and studied it and everything, I don't have any idea.
Sounds like one of the characters from the TV show Dallas. I'm Max Palmer.
I'm Max Palmer. I'm here to take over.
Yeah.
Good job, Aaron.
I just turned 55, and I'm going to take this place over in the next few years.
Then he dies.
All right.
I'm Max Palmer, and I have a 2-year plan. It involves synergy and corporate fucking rating. I'm going to do this.
By the time you finish the sentence, you're done.
Then he gets a pulmonary, and he's fucking dead.
Max Pulmonary, yeah.
I will take the box, please. I will take the box again.
Alrighty. What gold standard superstar put his Intercontinental Championship up against RVD's Money in the Bank contract at Backlash 2006?
There's only one gold standard that I know of, and he is Shelton Benjamin.
You got it.
Chavo Guerrero would say Shelton Benjamin when he was doing
Yes.
Kerwin White. That cracked me up.
Yes.
Which, honestly, if Eddie would have died, and I'm not saying that as like a negative, which, I mean, it is a negative that Eddie died.
Mm-hmm.
But if that wouldn't have happened, I think that Kerwin White gimmick had legs.
It did.
It did.
It was fun. It was fun.
He might have been
enjoyed
IC champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it had a lot of legs.
Poor Dolph Ziggler would have had to been his caddy for the rest of the time. He never would have made it. Right.
I'm going to go this time with The Box.
Okay. What superstar tried to get the WWE Universe to follow his 3 I's, intensity, integrity, and intelligence, after his 1999 debut?
Kurt Angle.
That's right.
Nice.
One of the greats. That was another great, talking about Kerwin White, that was another great oblivious heel character, like the initial Kurt Angle. Yeah. Totally oblivious to the fact that he has no idea why people don't like him. He's like, why doesn't everybody like me? I'm an Olympic gold medalist. I broke my freaking neck. Yeah, I broke my freaking neck. All right, Aaron, it's your turn.
Box.
All right. Rob Van Dam teamed with what monstrous superstar? Wow, what a name. To win the World Tag Team Championship in March 2003.
Kane.
You got it.
All right. Aaron's starting to roll now.
Let's go back up.
Let's go with the box again.
Alrighty, let me grab a card here. What diva eliminated the Great Khali from the 2010 Royal Rumble?
Who is Mrs. Adam Copeland, Beth Phoenix?
Yep, Beth Phoenix, you got it.
Beth Phoenix.
Did it by kissing him.
Well, she did. I want to say this just real quick. I don't want to get off in the weeds like we do sometimes. But, I got to say, she is surprisingly, I wasn't expecting it. She's been the most entertaining thing on Raw for the past month.
Yes, she has been.
Absolutely, through the whole show. She's more entertaining than her husband right now. I am enjoying watching Beth Phoenix and her little return here.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind if it was full time.
Mm-hmm.
Having her and Beck,
I didn't appreciate her when she was active, just because I didn't pay attention, I guess. Then when I go back and
I agree with you.
When I go back and watch now, I don't know if it's just because, but you can tell like the basis of what the really good women's wrestling is now, I think started at, and I'm not saying Trish and Lita and Mickie James weren't great, but the modern women's wrestling, the foundation there is Natty and Beth. That's where. Right. But anyway, I'm going to go with the book this time.
Alrighty. Desiree Peterson began her pro wrestling career in, was it Canada, South America, Europe, or Japan?
Desiree Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea, so I'm going to say Canada.
It was Europe.
Balls.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
What's the score?
Aaron's like, who doesn't know that?
Yeah, everybody knows that. What's the score?
I currently have 6. You have 4, and Archie has 7.
Box.
But why do I hear the 1, 2, 3 kid music playing here for Archie Mitchell? He might get his upset tonight.
I gotta be a kid. Oh, they came out beautiful.
And you said the box, right?
Yes, please.
Alrighty.
Right,
What former image consultant of JBL won the Divas Championship on the October 12th, 2009 Raw, only to lose it the very same night?
Jillian Hall.
You got it. What a bummer.
Fucking great. And Jillian Hall was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when she got that thing ate off her face by the boogeyman, like, I don't care what anybody says. Like, whoever wrote that was People don't understand what Jillian Hall was. She was JBL's image consultant, and she had a growth on her face. Okay.
Okay.
And it looked like a pork chop. And the boogeyman, who was insane, and he would eat worms and bust clocks over his face. And
that one I remember, yeah.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
he knocked her down, and he ate the growth off her face.
Great. Did it turn into worms as well?
No. He just ate it like it was a fucking pork chop.
Yeah. Great.
And then became a singer.
And then later on, she became a singer, and it was completely the WWE's way of shitting all over Brooke Hogan, whether they wanted to admit it or not anyway. And it was fucking great. She was a terrible singer. Like what was that? Sliced bread or whatever that she said. Jillian Hall is one of the funniest fucking things that the WWF ever did. WWE ever did.
Okay. If I win tonight, I want Aron to play the Jillian Hall song and sing it word for word.
I don't know all the words.
No, he'll give you a couple weeks.
I'll give you a couple weeks, yeah. Hearing you go, Sliced bread was hysterical.
Do you sometimes think? Now we just went through all of that to tell Kendall the story of Jillian Hall. Do you sometimes think when you tell the story of professional wrestler to someone that's not a fan, you're like, Jesus Christ, this shit's ludicrous. I don't know. Yes. Why have I been watching this since I was 5?
No, that's not true. What I often think is, after I tell you the story of professional wrestling or something that happened, and they look at me dumbfounded and be like, why do you not want to go back and watch that?
Yes, you should want to watch this.
Right.
All right, Archie, you're up next.
I'm going to stick with the box.
Alrighty. What man is the first honoree to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame twice, once as a solo competitor and once as part of a faction?
That would be the, by God, nature boy, Ric Flair.
You got it.
He went in as Ric Flair. Well, as Ric Flair, and then he also went in as Dirk Diggler. Now he went in as for his singles career as Ric Flair, and then also, of course, for his run with the Four Horsemen.
Now it's a crime that Wyndham doesn't have a solo run yet, though, and that Arn and Tully don't at least have a tag team run, because those three were in the WWE long before Flair.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Did he get whitewashed? Flair didn't get whitewashed. Did
Flair?
No, they never mentioned it on WWE what happened on Dark Side of the Ring. He was already fired from the company by then, or released.
I know, but like, and there was a couple other people. I couldn't remember if Flair was just like.
Nope. He's got his Hall of Fame rings, but he is bitching in every podcast that he does that Becky Lynch stole his gimmick as the man. And he's going to get the copyright for it and sue them. And they still owe him money for a belt that they never gave him. He's acting like a very old, senile old man who doesn't know where he doesn't know what business made him.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm somebody like, did I get my IRS money back yet? Probably not.
We only do. Grandma can fix it.
All right.
Imagine Ric Flair versus Vince McMahon now.
Right? Jesus. Did he throw a punch and look at where are we?
Two senile, crazy old men. All right.
Who has the sunken in face and who has the sunken in face and can't control their neck the most? Find out tonight.
All right, I'm going to go with the book.
The book, already. Tony Atlas has defeated Hulk Hogan. True or false?
False.
It's true.
What? Tony Atlas beat Hulk Hogan, huh?
Probably in like Memphis or something.
Nate was at what? Fair enough.
Well, screw me then. I guess I didn't get a point there. I'm gonna have to look at that now. Find out when Tony Atlas beat Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, we got to find that match.
And then
Find out who Palmer is.
Yeah, find out who Max Palmer is and when Tony Atlas beat Hulk Hogan.
The next episode of the We Can't Wrestle podcast. Who the hell is Max Palmer and why the hell did Tony Atlas beat Hulk Hogan?
Yeah, the next episode will be the mysteries of trivia episode.
I don't know the score, but I think I'm coming up. Right, I'm on your heels.
You're at 5. I'm at 6, and Archie actually has 8.
Yes.
Box it to me, Amadeus.
Alrighty. Who defeated Big Show for the United States Championship in the opening match of WrestleMania 20?
John Cena.
You got it.
And that, I look at that as one of the things that like cracks me up about John Cena and the hatred that the WWE crowd had for him. Because when John Cena came out at WrestleMania 20 and beat Big Show, that fucking building was insane.
What about at the Garden for the Rumble? What about
a year later they're
schedule?
And then like a year later they're all just like, fuck this guy. It's like a year ago you guys were all about him. You know what I mean? And he didn't change. Like he was still fucking John Cena.
Right.
Like
right.
I don't understand. And now he comes back. He's Hulk Hogan now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like now whenever the fucking John Cena music's gonna hit, people are gonna lose their fucking minds. But it's like
he's been gone for so long.
Yeah, but and also people don't fucking. That's one of my biggest complaints with wrestling fans is they don't want to respect what they have at the moment. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If that sounds silly, but like if you watch that fucking WrestleMania, John Cena's the most motherfucker in that building at that fucking time. And it's insane how crazy they are for him.
Wrestling,
and like a year before that, he was kicking what, like a fucking Flow Rider or fucking cardboard cutout or whatever. It's like,
something like that. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but he was supposed to have a rap off with some rapper, and they didn't show up or whatever. So
I don't get the hate on John Cena. I never have, and I never will.
Archie,
I will stick with the box.
Alrighty, so what powerful superstar led the Ministry of Darkness faction? I think I already read that question, didn't I? I did already read that question. I'm sorry.
No, but I'd like a different question because that's way too easy.
Okay.
That is
way
too easy.
I'm pretty sure I already read that.
We all know it was Doug.
I recognize that question from previous one.
And was Midian? It was Midian. It was Midian.
I thought it was Doug Gilbert.
No.
Doug Gilbert led the Ministry of Darkness.
Alrighty, so what diva served as the manager for the tag team MNM?
Who is Melina?
You got it.
All right. Trying to think here. Let me look at the score. All right, I'm going with the box.
The box.
Yeah, we're staying away from the book for a couple of questions, probably.
All right. What superstar known as the Celtic Warrior last eliminated Chris Jericho to win the 2012 Royal Rumble?
Sheamus.
You got it.
I wouldn't have remembered. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't have remembered had you not said Celtic Warrior.
Celtic Warrior, right?
Yeah, that gave it away. But
I mean,
that
was the question. So
I know. No, I'm just saying,
like
I would have had to think harder as to who won the 2012 Royal Rumble.
Right. It was sort of an afterthought. He won it, and he beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds. And that was it. You know,
that was the year. That was actually the first WrestleMania Kendall ever saw. Was the WrestleMania?
I'll be honest with you guys, though.
I had to take Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
It wasn't our
I
best. I
don't know which Rumble was more meaningless. The Rumble that Sheamus won, and he actually won the world title, but not many people remember it. Or that 40-man Royal Rumble they did with Alberto Del Rio winning it. Both are forgettable.
Yeah, I'd say probably the Sheamus one, just because I at least remember the finish of the one that Del Rio won because of Santino.
Right.
You know,
Everybody thought
had a fun little ending there where Santino thought he won the Rumble and was doing his little trumpets, and that's a lot more memorable than the 2012 one. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't remember any of that. But can you imagine being Sheamus as the one guy that's friends with Triple H? It was like, I don't want to go to NXT. And he's like, I'm the only one with a fucking job now. Fucking
Vince forgot about me. It's good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
all right. Yep, it's your turn.
I'm behind. I do love a challenge, but I love victory.
Okay.
So I'm going to go with the box.
All right. In what city was the controversial screwjob match between Bret the Hitman Hart and Shawn Michaels at Survivor Series 1997?
Oh, there's a couple options for this.
Don't play coy.
It could be Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's possible that it's Swanton, Ohio. But I'm pretty sure it's Montreal, Quebec, Canada.
Which one are you going with?
Oh, with Montreal.
Okay, Montreal it is.
Yeah.
No one will ever forget. Yeah, no one will ever forget the Boise screw job.
Yeah.
I was thinking Swanton, Ohio, but it was Montreal. Yes.
All right, Archie.
I will stick with the box.
Alrighty. What superstar defeated The Rock for the WWE Championship in a 60-minute Iron Man match at Judgment Day 2000?
Ooh. All right, let's see here. I gotta mull this over. This was when The Undertaker returned with the American Badass gimmick.
And they totally botched it and missed his fucking
Right. And if I'm not mistaken, he beat the hell out of the McMahons and the Generation X. So I'm going to say that it was Triple H.
That's right.
Yep.
Woo!
And it was a hell of a fucking match.
Yes, they had a really good Iron Man match.
It was a really good Iron Man match.
They didn't need the interference.
But the interference helped, though. And usually, like, if there's a lot of interference or whatever, I'm just like, it's kind of, it was, when you see it, you're like, it's kind of like overkill or whatever. But it fucking worked.
Right.
And Shawn Michaels being as the ref, and it worked. And Shawn, like, talking to The Rock and then talking to Triple H. And there's that great segment where fucking Triple H is like talking to Shawn. He's like, "You're going to wear them shorts out there, are you?"
Yeah.
Like, it looks like you're smuggling bananas. Or
smuggling plums is what he says.
Smuggling plums.
But
that's a great fucking match.
Mm-hmm.
Like Iron Man matches to me, it's like I don't want to say they're boring or whatever, but that's the best.
They can get repetitive. They can get repetitive at times.
Of the modern era, that's the best 60-minute match.
I agree.
I'm going to go this time around with just an update. I have 7. Aron has 7. Archie has 10.
Ooh, Aron caught up to you.
Yep. I want the box this time.
Okay.
What's in the box?
Hopefully an easy question.
Well, we'll find out. Because they're all hard to me. What was the name of the biker faction with members Crush, Chains, Skull, and 8-Ball that terrorized WWE rings in the late 1990s?
They terrorized nothing, but they were called the Disciples of Apocalypse.
You're right.
They terrorized the rating system. That's what
they terrorized my eyeballs watching
They terrorized. What was the team of Crush, 8-Ball, and Skull that terrorized Shotgun Saturday Night?
Yeah.
Right. Right.
All right, Aron.
Book.
Alrighty.
Let's see if they do something offensive.
What wrestler was trained in criminology? Was it Tony Atlas, Rocky Johnson, Larry Hamilton, or Bobo Brazil?
I have no fucking idea.
Well, you're about to know.
I'm going to say Larry Hamilton.
Good guess.
Larry Hamilton. All right.
I love to play about him. Hamilton. Great.
That play was not about Larry Hamilton.
I know.
That would be a fantastic play.
We're finding out that's where Max Palmer was first recognized.
Yeah.
He was playing Larry Hamilton.
Like Nathan Lane playing Jim Barnett.
That's like me saying. That's like me saying, yeah, I like to have a Max Palmer once in a while. You know, iced tea and lemonade.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, Archie, it's your turn. I'm sorry.
Oh, all right. I'm gonna stick with the box.
Let's see. What were the first names of the colorful and popular Bushwhackers tag team?
Well, there was, let's see, it was Cousin Elmer and Fred. No, I'm just kidding. It's Luke and Butch.
Alrighty, Luke and Butch.
Bushwhacker Steve, and Bushwhacker Carl.
This guy's over here taking it easy like fucking Scott and Kevin in fucking 98.
Nate, do you remember the movie Multiplicity?
Man.
Nate, do you remember the movie Multiplicity with Michael Keaton?
Oh yeah, hey Steve.
Okay, he had one of the clothes here calling him Steve. When you said Bushwhacker Steve, that's what I imagined. It was like a mini Bushwhacker coming out. I'm Steve. I'm Steve.
That's a great movie, by the way. Every time he gets cloned, the clone is dumber. I love that. It's fantastic. It's so funny. Give me the book.
All right, then. Who would win in a real street fight? Elizabeth?
Is this
China?
conjecture?
Is it Elizabeth, China, Jacqueline, or Sable?
I mean, wait, is this like your own preference? I don't understand.
Can we throw this question out? Because this is conjecture. I don't know what this guy's answer.
No, you picked it.
Fine.
Live in fucking muck that you've decided to live.
You wouldn't let him skip the one question about Max Palmer.
Jacqueline.
It was not Jacqueline.
It was China.
Yeah, it's China.
Now, in the real aspects of things, Jacqueline would win a fight because she's the baddest bitch out of all four of them. But anyway, this was conjecture.
How was that in the book?
I know.
It's in the book.
I thought the book was written in like 87.
99.
Oh. Blacks, Midgets, and Broads is in 99?
Yeah, we hadn't.
We've evolved.
Sounds like a great sounding movie.
Hadn't came down yet, so we were still.
I mean, in 99, wrestlers were still doing blackface angles, so.
That's true.
Right.
All right, is it my turn?
Yep.
Yes.
And how far behind am I?
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, sorry.
What, at 8?
You have 8. I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And Archie has 11.
Box.
Alrighty. Who won the tournament for the Intercontinental Championship after the Ultimate Warrior vacated the title when he won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 6?
Mr. Perfect.
Mr. Perfect it is.
Boom. And that was Mr. Perfect versus Tito Santana, and that was a goddamn fantastic match.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I think it was on a Superstars.
It was.
Which is
probably
ridiculous. But
Well, I mean, I guess all right. Would you have rather been on Saturday Night's Match? Because you didn't have a pay-per-view between WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
I know, but I think it would have been a better Saturday Night's main event thing. And I know Superstars was that was basically their. It wasn't their Raw.
Monday Night Raw then.
All American was their Monday Night Raw or whatever, but yeah. But if anybody's listening, go out of your way to find that fucking match. It's great.
Archie?
I will stick with the box once again.
Alrighty, what member of the Powers of Pain tag team lasted only 2 seconds in the 1989 Royal Rumble match? A record that lasted 20 years.
The Warlord.
The Warlord it is.
I love the Warlord. I'm a big Warlord fan. I think me and Batista are the only two. Oh, you are too. Okay.
Yeah.
And I always think that me and Batista are the only two because Batista always says Warlord was his favorite wrestler, and
I liked him better with the Barbarian though than I did in his solo career.
well, and I even dug him with the Phantom of the Opera mask and the staff when he was with Slick, and I mean I always dug the Warlord. He wasn't a great wrestler, but as a kid, I just thought he had the coolest look and. And he, I think, to be honest, I don't understand why he never got like a run with Hogan. I don't mean he wins the belt, but he never got one of those heel runs.
He could have been a monstrous heel to go after Hogan. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Jericho talks about him as being like a good dude, but kind of a bitch because they'd be in Japan or whatever, and they'd be on the bus, and he'd be like, "I just want some meat. I need goddamn protein," and they'd just be driving and they'd just be like noodles and shit, and he'd be like, "Give me some fucking meat." I know Jericho gets a lot of hate now in this business or whatever, or between fans now or whatever, but two of the best goddamn books ever, Jericho's first two books. They're fucking great.
Yeah. They're right up there with Foley's first book.
Yeah.
All right. It is my turn, I believe. And I'm going to go with the box.
Alrighty. What boxer faced Bart Gunn in a Brawl for All match at WrestleMania 15?
Butterbean. And if you remember, I don't even need you to tell me that's right because I know it's right.
Right.
If you remember, yeah. Kendall, I think you remember watching this because it was one of the Wife Watches Wrestling episodes of the show that we did where I had you watch it when Bart Gunn gets knocked the fuck out by Butterbean.
I feel like I do recall this.
He just gets, and they just replay it over and over and over again. And this guy getting just knocked the fuck out.
Did you ever hear about what Butterbean said about that?
I don't think so.
No, what?
Butterbean said that Vince McMahon and everybody in the WWF was like, "Look, we're going to play this legit. We want you to go out there and box with them." And Butterbean was like, this is theatrics. It's wrestling. I'm going to go out there. I'll give this guy a little bit. Like he was going to try to go out there and be like a team player. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But as he said, as he was walking into the ring, wrestling fans, who we all know are some of the funniest people in the world, were yelling at him, and a few wrestling fans got his goat, and one of them said, "You big fat fuck, you don't stand a chance."
Poor Bart Gunn.
And it wasn't Bart Gunn yelling at him. It was just some fan. And
no, what I'm saying is poor Bart
that got his goddamn goat, and him being a natural fighter. I wanted to say athlete, but it's fucking Butterbean. He's still an athlete, but him being that fan saying, "You big fat fuck, you don't stand a chance." He was like, "God damn it!" And that's when he just went out there and just fucking clocked Bart Gunn.
Sorry, guy.
Sorry.
He walked out and chose violence, huh?
Yeah, it's like, I'm going to show these fucking people. And for what, it was Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like Bart Gunn had to fight Butterbean in Philadelphia.
See, the thing of it, though, is Bart Gunn was not a boxer. He was a tough man. And he didn't know when to stop. Like, there were plenty of matches he had with other fighters where he mauled them. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, technically, he took it easy on Bart Gunn by just knocking his ass out twice. He could have went much rougher.
All right, Aron, Le Champion, you're next.
Hold on, let me sip a little bit of the bubbly here for a minute. So I like a challenge. So give me the Box.
Alrighty, the box.
The heel move.
All right. Who did Stephanie McMahon defeat to win her only WWE Women's Championship in 2000?
Lita.
Jacqueline.
God damn it.
I thought it was Lita, too. I thought it was Lita,
I would have been wrong. I thought it was Sable.
No, Stephanie never fought Sable. Vince wouldn't have known what to do in that situation.
Yeah, I thought that she fought her and took the belt off her because Sable was being like all bitchy, and that's just after she got fired. But that was actually Deborah that they did that with.
Vince wouldn't have known who to stroke to on that situation.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
All right.
Really? I really honestly thought it was Lita.
I did too.
No, I think doesn't Lita.
Well, the
Lita
card
the one
says
who beat her?
Jacqueline. If you want to maybe Google it real quick, it could be wrong. We found wrong ones before.
Maybe we're just thinking of Stephanie doing an angle with Lita around that time or something.
Well, it probably was, and I'm sure the box is right because Jesus, it's omnipotent or what? Omnipotent.
The omnipotent box.
The omnipotent box.
The omnipotent box. Yes.
Okay.
Fuck! I
Stephanie
totally
has an
fucked that
accident.
one up. God
Stephanie defended the women's title against Lita. Will Trish Stratus and Lita's women's title match 4 years later. Okay, you're thinking of when she defended the title.
Okay.
But it is Jacqueline. March 30th, 2000. In less than 2 minutes.
All right. There you go. Archie, you're up.
I'm going to stick with the box.
All right. What was the name of the tag team Eric Bischoff would use to end Raw matches and segments violently if he felt that they went too long?
Did I just say 3 minutes? It was 3-minute warning.
3-minute warning, yeah.
Underrated tag team. They don't get talked about
definitely.
as good as they were.
Should have been champions. Should have been there longer.
It's also the most underrated pop that I ever got from my brother involving wrestling, and nobody else is around to hear it. We were at the Heroes and Legends in Fort Wayne, and Eric Bischoff was there, or he was going to show up. No, he had already shown up, and I got his autograph. And when you go to those conventions, they don't bring all the old dudes out at once, because they want to keep you there all day. So you're like buying concessions, and so there'll be like, in an hour and a half, Jeff Jarrett's going to show up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And they were like, in 3 minutes, the show is going to start. And then I said, did Eric Bischoff just go, did someone just say 3 minutes? It fucking popped Nate. And I was like, that is a stupid joke. He's not going to laugh at this. And he was like, God damn, it was funny.
Let's see. Box.
Yeah, it's you, yeah.
Well, let's see. Cody Rhodes and what superstar were World Tag Team Champions until the Night of Champions 2008 when Rhodes betrayed him and joined Ted DiBiase?
Hardcore Holly.
Yep, that's it.
All right, that's another
turn. It was such a weird turn.
It was an interesting angle.
It worked,
but it was stupid how it was.
Yeah,
how it played out. Yeah,
how it played out.
And that's another guy WWE doesn't give enough credit to now. Is Bob Holly? They don't talk about Bob Holly enough. I mean, he was there for like 15 years. He was always entertaining. Always had good matches. But he just doesn't. He doesn't get any kudos.
And he whipped anybody's ass who tried to badmouth the business or do something wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And like talking about Foley, like I talked about him a little bit ago. Like in Foley's book, he was talking. He talks about Bob a little bit in that Bob was like the crankiest funny dude that he knew. Like Bob would just say shit that was like people, like when he was mad, like he'd say something fucking pissed off and it was still funny. And like Foley was playing Christmas music in the car. He's like, God damn, turn that goddamn Christmas. And then Elvis come out. I was like, oh, all right, I can dig that. Just shit like that. But no, like Bob, Bob Holly is actually like, I'm not saying he's in my top 20 or whatever, but I always say, like, I've never seen Bob Holly do anything where I was just like, that was garbage.
Right.
Yeah, I like Bob Holly.
I do too. I
Is it
believe
my
it's you,
turn?
Aaron.
It's your turn.
Box.
Give us a score update, Nate.
Nope.
I have. Oh, sorry. Aaron is at 9. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm at 10, and Archie is at 13.
Ooh. Alrighty. Well, what was the name of Alberto Del Rio's personal ring announcer?
What was that fucking guy's name? He's a little greasy Mexican.
Oh, God.
Alberto
Jesus.
Del Rio.
We were worried about the book being racist tonight.
What was that? Oh my God. They don't give me any A, B, C, Ds.
Nope. Not on these.
Alberto Del Rio and
I don't have enough knowledge to really give you an ABCD, so.
Alberto Del Rio and Speedy Gonzalez.
no, not Speedy Gonzalez. Alberto Del Rio and I don't really, honestly, it's like his name, I can see him. He's a fat-faced Mexican.
Oh my God.
I'm not being whatever. I can see him. And he was actually the better part of that group.
Yeah, he was.
Because he also, like, he ended up working as, like, El Guple or whatever.
Mm-hmm. El Local. He was the local wrestler.
Yeah, the local wrestler.
Yeah.
I can't fucking remember. The minute you say it, I'm going to know it. I'm going to be mad.
Throw out a Spanish sounding last name. Come on.
It was Horatio Sands.
Close.
Ricardo Rodriguez.
God damn it!
Yep.
I'm going book. The rest of the unless Art takes it away, I'm sticking with the book. I know my racist, inappropriate, goddamn angles.
Oh God! I'm gonna go before we get canceled. I'm gonna go with the box, please.
The box. Alrighty. The 2011 Royal Rumble was billed as the biggest Royal Rumble in history. How many participants were in the Royal Rumble match that year?
40.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right. 40.
We
Discussed it earlier. Yep. 40.
Alberto
And they
Del Rio
Archie's
won it.
1 point away from winning this fucking thing, right?
Yes, he is. He might make it. 1 point away. I'm gonna go with the book.
Alrighty. Billy the Kid, Little Lou, Little Brutus, and Boy Hayes all have one thing in common. Is it they're black, they're midgets, they're black midgets, or the NWA attractions?
That got worse as time went on.
And that escalated pretty quickly.
Yeah. No answer got better.
Oh shit!
Can you repeat that? Can you repeat the question? And
even the last answer, NWA attraction, still isn't that kosher of a guess.
Oh shit! That was funny.
Oh my God!
Yeah, actually,
I know the answer.
Well, give me the names again.
Billy the Kid, Little Lou, Little Brutus, and Sonny Boy Hayes.
They were all
It might
midgets.
it might be Lewis, but it's
That's
spelled like
fine.
Lou. So
No, I want to hear the possible answers.
oh my God,
Can you read them?
I can read them again. Yes,
Please.
they're black, they're midgets, they're black
They're
midgets,
black
or
midgets.
NWA attractions.
The answer is they're midgets.
They are in fact midgets.
Yes, they were not all
They're-
black midgets.
They are
They're
little
all
people.
black midgets.
The thing that makes it worse is that the book decided not only are we going to be bad, They're black. Or are they midgets? No. Are they black midgets? Let's
Are they
combine.
all black?
Right. Let's combine those two.
Oh, Lord. I was waiting for the book to deliver, and it did not disappoint.
No, it's not. All right, Aron.
That old racist book.
99 was a different time, boys.
Book.
Which one are we going with?
Book.
Book, alrighty. Book it is. Alright. This athlete entered the WWF as the ringmaster. Is it Sting, Steve Austin, The Giant, or Chris Benoit?
Or black midget.
It was Steve Austin.
It was Steve Austin.
And like I said, I don't want to monopolize too much of it. I know the remaster gimmick was stupid, but as a kid, I loved Steve Austin. And when he came out and did that initial, like, put your hands on the screen, man.
Yep.
Like, at first, I was like, this might be a cool fucking gimmick.
Well,
And
that
then-
was the thing. That was the thing I got to say for him in that time. I don't want to cut you off, but they gave him that I guess you'd say silly, like they gave him the silly name, but he never came off as silly.
Right.
That's why, I mean, I see today and yesterday all the internet exploding about Gunther. He's still Walter. You're still gonna have the same kind. Also, and I know about the Nazi boat thing, but
Right.
also, I don't think they're going to give him the last name. I think they're going
No, it's just Gunther. You're just going by Gunther.
So, yeah, all right, they changed his name. You still get the same guy in the ring. Also, I heard that was by his request.
Yeah, he wants to protect his real name. He doesn't want them to be to own Walter.
Yeah,
Right.
probably, but I don't know if he was like, hey, I don't want to be Walter. But go ahead and call me Gunther.
Right. No, see, this is the bad part, though. Like a year and a half ago, they interviewed Walter, and they're like, so are you excited to come to NXT in the United States and go to the main roster? He was like, no. And they were like, why? Because they're probably going to change my name and want me to move full-time to the United States, and I'm not prepared to do that. You know? And it happened. They changed his name, and he'll probably find a nice, cushy house somewhere in Stamford, Connecticut, next to Vince McMahon. He'll get all happy in the main roster, and then they'll fire him.
Yeah, that's what I said in my post. I said, this guy's going to get super happy.
Yeah.
I'm Gunther. I'm ready to go.
Right.
Hey, I'm Gunther. I'll get your espressos, Rachel Ellington, and all this shit. Like, I'll do that. I'm happy. I'm Gunther. And then he'll get his green card, and he's finally an American citizen.
Right.
And they're going to be like, oh, we got to let you go.
The WWE has come to terms on Gunther. We wish him well in all his future endeavors. Avita Zane.
All right, Archie. Could be the victory.
Can I get a score count, please?
You're at 14.
You're fucking winning. Why do you?
I am at 11, and Aron is at 10.
Now I can tell you the method to my madness. So this way, none of our viewers goes, he never picked the book one time. I'm so far ahead. I can pick the book, and if I miss it, still safely win on the next question.
Alrighty then.
All right.
So I will take the book.
The book it
Like
is.
fucking Joker.
All right. Goldberg is Jewish, Catholic, Lutheran, or Buddhist?
Only me this could happen because I made the joke. How am I supposed to know what's the logical sign? Now I need to know what nationality Bill Goldberg is. But the answer is Jewish.
You're right, he is Jewish.
All right.
What
Congratulations. You know what? Mazel tov.
Of all the questions for me to win on.
Hava Natila.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. If we were all here right now, we'd be picking you up on a chair.
Dreidel.
Dreidel, we made you out of clay.
Nate, we need to Photoshop me as in a picture of like a little Jewish boy reading the Torah at his bar mitzvah and say that I won trivia.
Congratulations.
Today,
I
Archie
was
Mitchell
holding you
was
on the chair like. If I had to lose my belt to somebody, it was going to be you, buddy.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You held it twice and they held it once. That time
You're like the Mikey Whipwreck of the fucking book in the box.
Well, now I
By
want
the
to send out
way,
a challenge.
Let's not sleep on the fact that they said, was Goldberg Buddhist? I thought that was funny.
Right? Can you imagine that?
Buddhist Goldberg.
Can you imagine that? Goldberg, why are you laying on that carpet and praying to the east?
The only Buddhist he did was Buddhist's fucking foot in the fucking Bret Hart's head.
Now, Nate, I have a challenge.
All right.
For the next book in the box, Chad Austin, I challenge you for the next time we play Book in the Box.
Oh, he'll love that. He
It's
likes
time.
trivia.
It's time for you and I to settle the score. What score, I don't know, but...
What score, I don't know, but we're going to settle it. Well, congratulations to Archie Mitchell for becoming the We Can't Wrestle Podcast Trivia Champion.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Kendall.
Long for that shit. Good job, buddy.
Aron, thank you for being a gracious loser.
Yes.
For right now, when I wake up tomorrow, I'm gonna be
He's going to be pissed.
There's going to be 80 posts in the We Can't Wrestle. He cheated. He only picked one question.
The Boise screw job. And thank you, Kendall, for hosting this craziness.
Of course.
Yes.
So that being, go ahead, Aron. You look like you had something else to say.
No, I have nothing to say. I'm like fucking Shawn Michaels. I'm gonna kick the goddamn door out the fucking back of the building and fucking leave.
Looking at Archie like, well, here you go. Here's your belt.
Yeah. I'm going to go find my smile.
Try to shine this shit, motherfucker.
Thank you for joining us, everybody, on this week's We Can't Wrestle podcast. And we will see you next time around. The Hall of Fame is coming up. We're going to be just starting to record those episodes next week, so I'm looking forward to that.
At least I won that one. I got 6 out of 8 on that fucking
I think
list.
I got 3. I got 3 out of 8. But I know I
won that one.
But we will discuss
and
that
the Hall of Shame is in June before Aron acts.
Yeah. So just so Aron doesn't have to ask, the Hall of Shame is in June. And that being said, we'll sign off. We'll start talking about the Hall of Fame next week. Have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next time around here on the Soul Podcast. The We Can't Wrestle Podcast is a production of Maxson Media. All rights reserved.